Good afternoon, this is Carlene, occupational therapist and founder of Mobile Rehab, here to talk to you today about sensation and how it impacts rehabilitation, especially in our senior population. As we age, we definitely recognize that our sensations change. Our vision gets a little bit worse, we move our books a little bit closer, our hearing gets a little bit worse, we turn the TV a little louder. We might not notice it when we're doing it, but our family and friends usually do a pretty good job of pointing it out to us that the TV's blaring or that we're having a little problem reading the menu at the restaurant. So at that point, we usually start to recognize that maybe we had a sensation change, and with that sensation change, we begin to adapt. The sensation that we don't notice so much is touch and proprioception, the way that we feel things and interact with the world. This impacts your rehabilitation a whole lot more than I think our seniors are realizing. As a therapist, I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say things like, "My hands just don't feel like mine anymore," and seen other therapists write that off as, "Well, that's part of aging." Well, your eyes going is kind of part of aging too, but that doesn't mean that we ignore it and we don't treat it. At Mobile Rehab, we believe that those things should be addressed and that they greatly impact our care. I often hear seniors come in and say things like, "I made awesome progress at therapy before, but a few months later I was back to being hunched over," or "I was walking on walls again," which is when you walk around and you feel the walls when you're going through the room. You're not doing that because you didn't have the muscle strength. You may be doing that because you don't have the feeling in your feet and you can't sense where they are when you're walking. Without that sensation, you can't know how you're performing and you start to compensate just like you did with your vision. We're here to bring attention to this as an aspect of rehabilitation and involve it in your care.